Preservation of capital is more important than making money. And you want to lock in your trades, and you also want to protect your downside at the same time. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live feed of futures education and trading program. We are here every day, Monday through Friday, from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We're glad you could be with us today. My name is Mark McSee. I am a training moderator with AmericanDreamTrading.com, and I've been empowered to conduct these training and education sessions by the founder and creator of AmericanDreamTrading.com, Chad Christian. We call him Coach. Why do we call him Coach? Because that's what he does. His calling in life is to coach others in how to day trade, how to trade in stocks, how to day trade, how to trade in stock options, futures, crypto, short-term trading, day trading, swing trading, long-term trading, and such. If it can be traded, he teaches us how to do that. This whole platform is designed on education to be able to give us a skill and train us on how to do work in the stock market, whatever it is you trade, so that you can make a living doing it if that's what you want to do. It's a skill that I have acquired by being a member of American Dream Trading that nobody could ever take away from me. If AmericanDreamTrading.com ceases to exist today, I will have a lifelong skill that I can do that nobody can take away from me. I do this full time. This is my full-time vocation, is a day trader. This is how I pay my mortgage, my car payments, insurances, my food, you name it. This is my only source of income. This is what I do for a living. If I'm not, say, a successful day trader, I can't pay my bills. And believe me, the electric company will be standing on my front porch with their hand out, threatening to shut my electric off if I don't pay them. So I must be successful. And I have been doing this full time for 2 years. I no longer work a 9 to 5 job. I am retired from punching a time clock and answering to the man anywhere else. The only person I have to answer to, of course, is my wife, and she is a tough boss. So if I don't produce, I'm going to hear about it from her. And I'm more afraid of my wife than I was any other boss that I worked through in my career. For those of you who are married, you don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm glad you could be here today. Thank you for joining us on all the social networks. This is an educational outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com. And we are live on all the major social networks, such as TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X, you name it, we're on it, and all the major ones. As you all are aware of, especially the ones that are on TikTok, and I would imagine a extremely high percentage of people watching us now have a TikTok account. Now, you may be watching us on YouTube or Facebook or something, but we're all aware that there's a possible TikTok ban coming up here in the next couple of days. What, 2 days, 3 days? So I would highly encourage you to have a backup way of reaching everyone that you follow on your TikTok accounts. Almost all of your creators will have an alternate account on, say, YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, whatever. So we are the same way. So that you don't miss out on anything, I highly encourage you to go over to our channel on YouTube, and it's called American Dream Trading. Click subscribe, like, of course, share, and click your notification button so that you get a notification every time we go live. That way, at least you have a backup system that you can go to. Now, the nice thing really about YouTube is that we have over 2,000 free videos, educational videos that you can watch at any time by just going over to our YouTube channel account and everything is kind of organized over there, easier to find. Can you find some videos on Facebook and all of them? Yeah, but you're gonna have to really scroll. Everything's kind of organized not more nicely on YouTube. So I would encourage you to go over to YouTube right now and find our channel, American Dream Trading, and click subscribe so that you have a backup. When you do that, if you would say hi in the YouTube live chat, we have the same thing there that you would on TikTok or any of the other social media platforms. Say hi. Hey, I just signed up my account here today. Let me know that you did that. I'd greatly appreciate it. Does it matter to me whether you go to YouTube or not? Honestly, no. I would like to see you do that so you have a backup plan. Always have a backup plan in anything you do in life, right? It's simple. So what one of the nice benefits about being hooking up with this on our social outreaches here is that you can ask a question. I will attempt to answer it in real time today as time allows. We will also possibly maybe even do some live trading today. Depends what goes on. If we see something that's worth jumping into, I might jump into it live, right? While you watch, I will talk through the trade, what I'm thinking, why I decided to get into that trade, and go from there. I can see here's uh, right here on the Russell right now is it just bounced off a double bottom, and in the double bottom you can see I have this line here. These came down and touched this area before and rejected off, and it just did the same thing here. But I could have actually capitalized on this earlier if I had been paying attention and jumped in here and executed a trade. Now, one of the things you'll see, and it clearly shows it down here, I am on a paper trading account. What's paper trading? It's a simulated account. I'm able to make real-time trades. I can buy and sell. I can execute trades in here in real time, just like I was using real money. However, I'm using fake money. They give you, like TradingView, you can see down here, gives you $100,000. A lot of brokers give you different. Webull has the same thing, which is the broker that I'm funding through. And you can use whatever broker you like. You don't have to use Webull, but I have it tied to my account. And Webull will actually, you can set it for $1 million if you want. But you want to kind of simulate trade like you would in real life. And you can execute, you can buy and sell and buy in real time, and it'll show up there and show you how you did. The whole purpose really of paper trading, in other words, using a simulated account, is not to say, oh, look at me, I just made $50,000 on my paper trading account. Who cares, right? That's neither here nor there. The sole purpose of paper trading slash using a simulated account is that you get to use your broker software and learn how to get into a trade, learn how to get out of a trade, learn the different ways of getting in and out of a trade because there's multiple ways that you can do that. Like right here, I'm using TradingView, which my Webull account is linked to, so I could actually use this TradingView program, which is in its essence is a charting program. But however, now you can link your brokerage firm to it, and you can actually chart and trade within this. It's a fantastic program. We're not associated with TradingView. It's an independent company. And we don't get paid if you go sign up with TradingView or any of that kind of stuff. It's just a beautiful program. It gives you a lot of different things. You can go do replays. There's just all kinds. It's a beautiful program. There's just a ton of stuff that you can do on it. Highly recommend it. It'll run you $12 to $15 a month for the basic plan, depending on how you pay it. And they run sales here and there too. I like it. I like it a lot. Like my Webull account, I can show you. I have my that I trade with on Webull would be this screen here. This is a trading screen that I use. It's not the only one. I have multiple screens set up here, right? So I can have any kind of things here that I want to load up ahead of time if I want to, right? I can save my different setups. You can see I have a setup here for my laptop. Why do I have a separate one for my laptop? Well, my laptop, it's a MacBook Pro. It's got a different resolution than my desktop computer does. So I have it. I created it on my desktop, or my laptop, and I saved it. So now I have anytime I would trade through my laptop, I just pull up this screen and then I can trade, and it's already configured resolution wise and everything to fit on my screen. If I try to take my desktop and slide it onto my laptop, it won't fit. So you got to kind of resize things. That's the nice thing about it. You can save different setups depending on how you use things. So It's very, and all your brokers will offer something similar. Okay. This is Webull, just a broker is all they are. These are fully customizable. You can add widgets and all kinds of things to it to do what you want it to do. So, um, anyway, make sure you are liking and sharing our feed and subscribed if you haven't already. I don't see anybody over there going into that said hi over there on YouTube other than Ralph. I haven't seen anybody say, "Hey, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel." Also, in addition to my um, TikTok. So those of you on TikTok, please go over and take care of that. That way you have it. So that way you won't lose any fees with us. It's a lot harder to remember. And not only do that with American Dream Trading, do that with all your other, whoever you follow, right? On TikTok. Almost all of them will have an alternate account. You should be going over there and signing up with them also. I'm not plugging anybody else on TikTok, but I am saying that, it's hard to remember. Let's just say, in worst case scenario, TikTok ceases to operate. Is that going to happen? Do I think it's going to happen? No, but you don't know. We don't know, right? We don't know what's going to happen. We're in this week of indecision. What's really going to happen with TikTok? But it's hard to remember who you signed up with, right? Especially if you have a lot of them. So today would be the day to start doing that, getting all your things so you have an alternate. Just a suggestion. Do what you want. Um, Again, I don't get paid anything. If you come over to YouTube, I would just highly suggest it. Actually, the screen view might be a little bit better on YouTube also. But anyhow, welcome. So if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat box, and I will attempt to answer them live. Now, one of the things at American Dream Trading, our whole goal here is to educate you to be able to successfully navigate the stock market, futures market, the stock option market, crypto, futures. We teach you on all those things. And we do also have, not only do we provide this as a free service to you guys, daily. We are live 3 times a day, by the way. Coach is live from 9 to 11. He focuses more on stocks and stock options. I'm live 2 to 4 every day. I'm focusing on the futures market. And then at 5 p.m. on YouTube, our live feed over there, Don runs that show over there. And it's called the aftermarket. Again, it's free to watch. You can get involved and ask questions over there and stuff. So check all of them out. It's called the Aftermarket, and that starts at 5 p.m. daily. It usually runs an hour, hour and a half. Come by and say hi. Tell them Mark sent you from the future. Tell them Mark sent you from the future. She'll know what it is. Um, so thanks for everybody. See Doug over there, Andy, Richie over there, and Andy on TikTok, and Ralph and Black Beauty Machine. Welcome back, Doug. I see you and Bucko over there. How's it going? Never again volunteer yourself again over there on YouTube. Glad y'all could be here today. Let's get them likes up to over 5,000 today. Matter of fact, let's go for 8,000 today. We did hit over 5,000 yesterday. Let's just raise the goal a little bit. Let's move it up to 8. Let's click them hearts, um, send them roses, whatever gifts you want to send. Let's get that bump this puppy up to 8,000 likes today. See what you can do. Click, 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 click. Like and share. One of the most beneficial things you could do for us would be to share this live feed from whatever platform you're currently using. That helps us, our algorithm, quite frankly, and gets the word out to more people that way. So if you'd be so kind to share the feed, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, at American Dream Training, again, we focus on education so that you can successfully navigate the markets and hopefully turn it into income for you and your family. Maybe even become full time like I am doing this. Coach is retired well over. I'm going to guess it's probably pushing at least 250. I think he quit counting after it was over 200. Like I said, I haven't worked a punch in a time clock for 2 years. I worked in middle management and manufacturing most of my life. I was the boss. So, and by doing this, I was well paid as a boss, as a supervisor, and I worked in union shops most of the time, and they were well paid, as was I. So I was able to match and exceed those incomes that I made working 12, 14-hour days. So now I can work as many hours or little hours as I care to. I have freedom of time. This is one of the biggest benefits of being a day trader is the benefit of time. And another big benefit of being a futures trader is you can trade 23 hours a day. So you can trade 23 out of the 24 hours a day. Its futures market is only closed between 4 and 5 Central Time, 5 to 6 Eastern, where they do whatever they do, reconfigure their books, shut down for an hour, then it reopens. And then you can trade all night long and all day long. Rinse and repeat. So it actually opens up on Sunday night at 6 o'clock at night, Eastern Time. And then it's done. Now it is closed at 4:15 on Fridays, closed all day Saturday, reopens again on Sunday night. So if you are working a lot of hours or you work, goofy schedules, the futures markets opens up a lot of possibilities for you for trading. If you work afternoons and you want to trade in the morning, you can, or if you work day shift, you want to trade in the afternoon or in the evenings, you can do that. You work midnights, you can trade any however you want, right? We actually have people that trade at work, so but we have people that do have 9 to 5 jobs and trade. It's a lot harder to do, but you can do it. Um, you just need to fit into time in your schedule, and that's the beauty of it. Some people do this just to make an extra 50 or $100 a day, or a couple $100 a week, and they're thrilled, and that's what they do all the time. And others like me do it as a full-time vocation. And this is the best life decision I ever made. It wasn't easy. This is hard to learn, but once you do learn and put in the sweat equity and pay attention to what coach is teaching and listening, it'll all start to click. It's kind of overwhelming at first. You know how when you're learning a new skill, your brain turns to mush because you're using brain cells you hadn't used, right, for a while. Um, just like if you have to learn algebra for the first time, right? It was all confusing at first, but once you learn the basic laws of algebra and apply them, uh, it becomes more easier over time. I hated algebra. I didn't like it one bit. Not in high school. I barely passed it in high school. I did go to college there for a while. Um, and when I was laid off, actually as an older adult, I went back to college when I got laid off from my one job and went back to college and took algebra, and I got straight A's in college, believe it or not. And was it, did I suddenly was smarter? No, maybe I was more mature, more willing to listen, right, as an adult. And we also had a teacher that I think understood that and taught us in a way that we would grasp it. So, yeah, I was very proud of the fact I got straight A's in algebra as an older adult taking college courses full time, and which I failed during my high school years. So, anyway, it's the same way in trading. It sounds confusing at first. You see my screen. What is all this garbage that's on my screen? It's all Greek to me, right? It's sort of like looking at the Matrix code. When you watch the Matrix, you see all them squiggly lines and symbols scrolling down your screen. Doesn't make a lick of sense, right? But the characters in the Matrix movies understand what that says. They understand it and they're able to read it and act on it. And the stock market's like that too. Once you learn these things, it'll become clear. The overall principles are not that difficult. It's just learning how to put all the principles together and make better educated decisions on whether to buy or sell. So we do have paid memberships. Now, with the benefit of paid members, we actually at American Dream Trading, we start training and trading at 4 a.m. Eastern Time each and every day, Monday through Friday, clear through 4 p.m. Eastern Time, also Monday through Friday. With our VIP memberships, we actually have training classes on Saturdays. So really 6 days a week, we're providing training to our paid members. For those of you who aren't paid members, you're watching free like you are here. Welcome. You can watch us for free as long as you like. Again, you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg of what we do at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Paid membership does have its privileges and opens up a lot more doors for you than what I can cover in a 2-hour period day after day. So we actually provide a minimum of 12 hours of training live with our members. When we do this via Zoom call, we'll have 500 to 700 members at any given time live on a Zoom call where you can have access to an open mic. You can ask questions anytime. We have live members in here right now. They can open their mics right now and say hi to you if they would.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello,
I
hello.
see you out there, Dawn. Put that bacon down.
Howdy doody. You didn't just say that. Oh
Hello.
boy.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Speaking of Dawn, with our aftermarket show, if those of you that are on YouTube, you'll see her name on there. She's listed as J&J Video Reacts. That's our own Dawn. She is our personality at 5 o'clock, like I was telling you here a little bit ago. She has the aftermarket show. She is a character. She's a good teacher also. She can answer a lot of your questions that you may have for her. You can get live on her show with her, and you can, if you have a camera, you can even go up on her panel if you like. You don't have to have a camera, but you could join the live show yourself and sit on the panel and talk to people, and you can do the same thing there like you do here. You can type your questions into a live chat box there also. So I highly suggest after this is over, take an hour break because we're here till 4. At 5 o'clock, head over to our YouTube channel and look for the aftermarket show with Dawn. Tell her Mark from the future sent you. That way she'll know. How's it going, Dawn? I see you over there. Said good afternoon, everybody. Make sure you subscribe, yes, and hit the like button and share this video. Thank you, Dawn. Right. Timo. Oh, I see Timo. Timo, what are you doing over in YouTube? Why aren't you in here live with us? Anyway, Timo must be on the move. He said he's had a lot of meetings today, so he's doing both. All right, let me tell you a little bit about Coach. He put together this 5-minute video presentation that gives you a really good overview of everything that we offer, well, at least most everything that we offer at AmericanDreamTrading.com. And then I'll tell you about some other things when we get done with that video. Oh, and by the way, our very own Dawn helped put this video together, so you can see some of her creative talents within this video. So I'm going to play this. This will take about 5 minutes. Oh, wait, there's Dawn. Do you want to say something, Dawn, real quick? She's in our Zoom room
Yeah, I
now.
want to smack Ralph in the mouth. I don't eat meat.
She's a
Ralph.
vegetarian, and we pick at her because of that.
Vegan, Mark.
Vegan. All right. I know there's a
Raw
difference.
vegan, Mark.
She's grass. She's
I
grass.
don't know what Dawn talking about.
Yeah, we tease
She said nothing. I
Dawn.
just made it back.
Hey,
I
Dawn.
had to come over here because you have been killing it. I cleared over $450 in profits
All
today
right.
scalping, just
All right.
being inspired by your incredible journey. And I look forward to coming over here with you guys at some point.
Cool. Tell us a little bit
You
about
made
your show,
enough
Dawn.
today, then.
Basically all we do is decompress after the market. We let our hair down and just kind of hang out and talk about the day, get new lessons, focus on coach's strategy. Sometimes we do watch parties of the YouTube videos. So you name it, we do it. Sometimes we might just talk about why Ralph has bad breath. I mean, it could be any conversation.
Do you have a
You
theme
know
for
what I'd
today's
love to
show?
see?
Oh, go ahead, Doug.
What,
I'd love to see Dawn and Ralph just put on those great big,
boxing
boxing
gloves?
gloves, and go American Gladiator style.
There you
Oh
go.
man, that'd
I
be
think that'd be a
fun.
riot.
I think
Or
Dawn can
get in
take
those
him.
bubbles.
I think
I
Dawn
don't
can
know if
take
she's
him.
ready.
I'm afraid of Dawn. I know I wouldn't do it.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Do you
She
have
works
a
out and does yoga. I
Do
mean,
you
come
have
on.
a theme
I'm
for your
on the
show today?
exercise bike as we speak.
Do you have a theme for your show today, Dawn, that you're aware of?
Not yet. I'm on the exercise bike as we speak. So sometimes I come up with the ideas on that.
All
So
right, cool.
got a couple I'm tossing around. I'll land on one and let you guys know.
Cool. Anyway, that's the aftermarket show over on YouTube. It starts at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Check it out. Tell them Mark sent you. All right, let me play this
Yes.
video that we put together. Coach will be speaking here, which is Coach Chad Christian. We call him Coach because that's what he does. He teaches us how to do all this. Don actually helped create this video with the information that was provided. So take a look. This will take about 5 minutes, and I'll ask our paid members to mute their mics.
So if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to americandreamtrading.com. You guys can sign up for a free Discord or one of our paid membership. Our first paid membership that we have is our regular premium membership. With that, you guys will get access to our Zoom. Inside of our Zoom, you will have a live open microphone. You will get live training and trading starting at around 8:45 until market close every day at 4 p.m. when the market is open. You guys will also receive the hot stock pick, the pre-market setup, where we go over strategic levels of certain key different stocks throughout the day you can use, and also at the opening of the bell. As a regular paid member, you will also get the IPO Center. So any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will get them first. Plus all the videos on demand. We have around 11 videos to help you get started on your journey with us here at American Dream Trading. They'll go over things like day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, the wheel option strategy, our 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed from being in the stock market over 33 years. When you're ready to step it up, you can join our VIP membership. By the way, the premium membership starts at $200 a month. The VIP membership starts at $500 a month. With the VIP membership, you guys will get access to early training and trading starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 12 hours of access to us with some of our self-made millionaires, mentors. And then you'll get training with me starting around 8 o'clock every single day. You guys will get the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put on a workshop class once per month. You will get all of the previous workshop classes and any future workshop classes as long as you're a paid member. You'll also get all the VIP training videos. We have over 50 beginner and advanced videos to help your journey. We also have the TradingView indicators. These are an overlay indicator system that goes on top of TradingView. It will require a subscription, which is about $15 a month. This is my 2-minute EWO strategy. You guys can use this with stock, options, futures, and crypto. If you're a VIP member and you want to step it up to our highest level that we have right now, which is VIP Gold, you can do that for an additional $250 a month. Now, with all of our services, you can buy monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or annual, and sometimes we have lifetime deals on these, so make sure you guys are watching for deals. With the VIP Gold, you guys are going to get all the mastermind classes for free, and we have another one coming up. I will let you know when that is coming. You'll also get 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and look at your systems and help you get set up with your charts, etc. This is not a one-on-one, but this is to help you get started if you need it. We also have weekend training every Saturday at 11 a.m. If you guys have busy lives and schedules and your jobs, right, are always in the way of you trying to get training, well, we have weekend training. We also have the VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support. We have our news service where we're giving daily and weekly outlooks of the news. We also have breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. with our other self-made millionaires and mentors, so make sure you guys check that out. Everything inside of the VIP room is recorded, so all of these sessions are recorded for you, including all the training that I had mentioned before. You can catch all of this in the replays only for VIP Gold members, so if you have busy lives, everything is recorded for you. Of course, we have other things inside of the VIP Gold, like the 90-day challenge, the debt-free challenge, where we're helping you to become debt-free, and our brand new in beta live Apple chat, where you guys can watch one of our moderators, David over there, live trade Apple with the 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed. He has made currently at this time, as of December 2024, he is over $320,000 in profits that he has made using this strategy over the last 2 years. We also have our brand new futures membership. You guys will start getting training for futures from noon to 4 p.m. every day, and all the training videos, terminology, everything you need to get started in futures with our futures membership. With the futures membership, you guys also get the TradingView indicators. So those are only available to VIP and futures members. Some of our a la carte services you guys can get, you can get a one-on-one with a moderator. We have all of our training videos like the mastermind classes, how to grow a small account part Part 1 and 2 when it's released, but you guys can buy those from our website. You guys can also get inside of our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is $500 a month. You will sit with me every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour in a small, intimate group where we can go over larger items or just get you kickstarted, right? Can be IRAs, 401ks, SEP, anything you guys want to talk about, swing trading, day trading, right? Anything that you guys want to get inside of that room. It's just like having a one-on-one with me every single week. And again, those are all of our products and services you guys can get at any time by going to americandreamtrading.com.
There you go. There's a good overview of a lot of the services that we offer at americandreamtrading.com. Highly suggest you head on over there. The first thing you actually should do when you go to americandreamtrading.com is grab our free Discord. Once you get to the landing page, you'll see, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a link there that you can join our free Discord. That'll get you that instant access into our stock lounges. You can actually go in there and ask questions and hang out with other members of our community. We also have opens up access to some of our trading and training materials in there, videos and documents. So go over there and check that out. And also, again, for those of you on TikTok, go over to youtube.com, click subscribe to our channel over there, American Dream Trading, so that you have a backup in case TikTok gets disrupted here in the next few days. So let me scroll back up through here and let's see what questions we had, questions and comments. Richie says he doesn't know a lot about futures. Well, I think once you learn about them, you may like them. Futures trades 23 hours a day. Again, it's only closed between 4 and 5 Central Time during the day. Other than that, you can trade 23 hours a day, whatever best fits your schedule. I like them. It's the best of both worlds. You are trading contracts, but you're trading them without the Greeks that are built into a stock option. So you don't have that pull degradation of contracts like you do in a stock option. I think it's the best of both worlds myself. Plus, it's trading on a margin account. You can trade all day long, in and out, in and out, in and out. Once you get out of a trade, it's immediately recredited back to your account. Mr. Keen, we're asking about Tesla. Well, we're concentrating on futures here, but thanks anyway. And you want to keep repeating the same question. I see that. So anyway, you want to put all your chips in one basket. That's probably not a wise investment strategy, but whatever works for you. You know, you're entitled to.
I got him, Mark.
Okay.
I got him. I'm answering some questions for
Yeah,
him.
I seen that. What's the general concept of futures? Well, basically, I think you're asking, what is a future? A future contract. It's a legal contract. Essentially, and I've used this example many times on our broadcast. It's a legal contract between a producer of a commodity and a buyer of a commodity. So, if I own a big multinational or even a national, let's say, grocery store, well, I'm going to need meat in my store to sell to all my customers nationwide. So I will get with a pork producer, let's say, to provide all the pork I need for all my stores. Or I could go to each state and each town that my stores are in, and I could try to make an agreement with the local hog farmer. Well, that would be very productive, wouldn't it? Right? Plus, they may not be able to supply it. So they go to one place, make a big deal with a big pork producer at an agreed upon price, and that's your contract. So they are going back and forth negotiating. You know, there's not only one person, there's hundreds of others in there, or thousands, whatever, doing the exact same thing. So what they're doing is they're buying a contract to have that product delivered to them at a set date in the future while locking in and guaranteeing their prices today. So if I'm a major grocery store chain and I want to have, let's just use pork, right? I can get with the pork producer to have pork bellies. You've all heard the pork bellies, right? So basically that's just slaughtered hogs is all that is, right? It's called lean hogs. Now it used to be called pork bellies. Now it's all been grouped together. The contract would be called lean hog. So I would sign get into a futures contract at agreed upon fixed price. So the obvious thing is there the person buying is betting that the price is not going to is not going to drop, and they lose money because of that. And the pork producer is hoping that the prices don't drop, so he comes out ahead. So, but the benefit for both is the pork producer obviously has bona fide guaranteed business. The buyer has already signed the contract with the pork producer to have that product delivered to their company at a fixed price on a set date. Now, they may buy it, have them delivered every month. They may do it on a quarterly basis, semi-annual, annual basis, right? Sometimes they sign multi-year futures contracts. So in the process of all that back and forth going on, we're able to trade those same contracts just like a stock would be. You know, stock goes up and down. It's driven by people that want to buy it. It's driven by people that want to sell it. And we can do the same thing in the futures market. Are we buying 15 semi loads of lean pork? No, we're not. What am I going to do with? I can't only eat so many pork chops a day, right? But we can get in and out of these contracts, and contracts generally run 3-month periods. Some are monthly, depending on what the product is, what the commodity is. But generally, most of them are quarterly contracts. So during that time that contract's in effect, we can get in there and we can purchase that contract at a fixed price, and then hopefully, if we're going long on the contract, the price goes up, or we could bet against that contract, the price is going down, and as the price does go down, you will make money that way. So we can make money when it goes up. We make money when it goes down. We do that by buying long and by shorting. And as you could see, let's just go. Let's just do gasoline. You can do gasoline here, right? Close this up here a little bit. Gasoline, the price of gasoline is always going up and down all day long. Now, does it go all up and down all day long at your gas pump at your local gas station? No. But these are people that are negotiating the price to receive at a future date. And you can see right now they're running about $2.15, $2.15.41 for that's what they want to pay. So they're up and down, gambling on buying it at the best price as the price goes up and down. Now, news could affect this. Economic news could affect the prices, and cause it to shoot up or fall. There's a lot of things that can involve it, right? Refinery can't produce what they need to produce, right? There's all kinds of factors that can affect the price. So they're all in here negotiating prices, and we get to jump in there and participate in that. You make a lot of money doing this. You can lose a lot of money doing this if you're not careful. So that's basically you're trading a commodity. It could be gas, it could be gold, oil, metals, agriculture, right? And there's also the main indices like the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow. All of them have futures contracts also. As a matter of fact, the futures contracts are what you would buy on the open market, like SPY and all them. That's the equivalent of what the S&P futures 500 futures are. Actually, the futures are the parent of the others that you would buy on the stock market. So it's just if it can be traded, bought and sold, there's going to be a futures contract for it. There's a lot of crazy things you can get, involved in. Now, your broker may not offer you all those. And Webull does not offer every type of futures contract out there. There's hundreds and hundreds of them. What they do offer is quite extensive. Your broker may have things that they allow you to trade that my broker won't, and vice versa. It just depends what they want to allow you to trade. That's all. So, and that's all run out of Chicago at the exchange out there. So that's where all this computer stuff sits, and all the things are processed, just like in New York Stock Exchange, obviously in New York City, right? So basically, that's all it is. It's kind of like trading stocks in a roundabout way, except you're trading commodity contracts. So. Let's see here. What else? Hey, Pete, thanks you for sharing the live video over there on TikTok. And Nicole, amazing. Says she's so amazing. She says it twice. Shared the live video also. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Mr. Ken, does Dave Ramsey here not read the chat? Obviously, you think must be on the wrong channel. My name is not Dave Ramsey. I am Mark McSee. But thank you for that. I'll let that comment slide this time. I ask that you be a little bit more respectful while you're in the room, or we can show you to the door if you like. It's okay. We're in here to ask questions. If you want to crack a joke, that's fine too. I'm a baby boomer. You ain't going to offend me, right? I'll just tell you to get off my lawn. That's all. So, welcome anyway. I'll let your comments slide there. Again, myself or anyone else associated with AmericanDreamTrading.com, we are not licensed financial advisors. We are not allowed to give financial investment or tax advice at any time. Anything that we talk about here today, or I show on my screen, or any comments that I may read or our members may ask, is for educational purposes only. So those of you in here asking specific questions, what should I do with my money? We can't tell you that. All I would say is do research on the subject that you're considering and make the best educated decision that you can. So welcome everybody there. See Andy's over there. Welcome back, Andy. Japan Dakota over there on TikTok. Texas Trust. Hi, Wags. How you doing? Hobby collecting. Doug. Thank you for everybody that's joining and sharing our feed. And overall, over on YouTube, I can see Timo over there, Doug and Ralph and Black Beauty Machine. Thanks for coming back again. I remember your name from the other day, Bucko. Never volunteer yourself. And Ralph, thanks for everybody for coming on. Again, share this video. And if you're on TikTok, go over to YouTube and click subscribe so that you have a backup feed in case TikTok goes down. All right, what do we got going on in the markets, paid members? Do we see anything that's moving we might want to consider taking a trade on live? We can do that also. Let me take a quick look here. I can, again, what you see on my screen is my paper trading account. It's simulated. So any trades I make, they're why the real trades per se that I'm buying and selling at the current prices, it's on a simulated account. So I'm trading fake money. I will never trade my real account and sacrifice my family's money trading my real account. Why I'm talking to you fine folks. For the simple reason is I'm looking at 5 different screens. I'm looking over here. I'm reading the TikTok comments and YouTube, etc., and looking at my screens and looking to see that our paid members in their chat. So I got a lot going on. It can easily distract me, and it does distract me. So I do not trade my real account. So I will be trading, but I will trade it just like it is my real account. So, and if I'm just showing an example of how something works, I may not be a real how I would really do it, but I will tell you so. I may just show you how a trade looks when you enter it, what a what a stop loss, those kind of things. I'll just pop them up there.
Mark,
Go ahead,
we've
Doug.
got good indicators on gold. VWAP is down on a gold level 2738.8 and 200, 9, 21, and 55 are all bunched up
Okay.
on the 2-minute.
Thank you for that. So what Doug was talking about, he spouted off a lot of numbers there. Probably may not made a lick of sense to you, but I fully understood what he said. Why? Because I've been trained by a coach at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Now, so what we've had a nice down run. It's in a downward trend, and you usually never want to go against the trend. It usually never works out good for you unless you're in there to do a quick scalp. So we have a couple key indicators on here. Well, we have more than a couple, but we have there's the 200 MA is up above. There's the 9 to 21 to 55. And where is our friend Mr. VWAP hiding at? We're down here.
2738.
Yeah, way down there. Okay. Why did I ask that question? Well, I want to know where these major indicators are at because I'm going to have to possibly deal with them at one time or another. Now, VWAP's way down here, so I'm not even concerned about that. VWAP being one of the most, well, it's the strongest indicator. And it's the most commonly used by traders worldwide, whether it's stock options, currencies, Forex, stock options, crypto, futures. Everybody uses it. So if you can only have one indicator, that would be it. Now, what you also see on my chart are these white lines or yellow lines you may see on there. These are historical levels that I've personally put on my chart. All the rest that you see on here is a benefit of having a paid membership with AmericanDreamTrading.com. This is what it's called Coaches 2.0 version indicators. And it takes all these and puts these trend lines on here for us automatically. It also gives us Coaches 2-minute EWO strategy, which is this down here. And then we also have our volume indicators, which is at the very bottom, shows us some of our ATRs and of all the buyers and sellers, how they're split up. So As you can see, there's more buyers than there are sellers right at this moment. But the volume's kind of very low right now. It's only like 80. So now, what would I look at if I'm going to enter this trade? He called it out just because Doug said, "Oh, take a look at gold." That was not saying buy gold. We don't do that at our group. We're not a call out group. We will never tell you to buy XYZ and sell XYZ. We don't do that. We may call out something. When we call out, it's a hey, take a look at it, see what you kind of think thing, right? Person calling saying, hey, go look at this may not be correct, but that's okay. That's how you learn, right? Or they may be dead on, right? Or by the time they called it out, maybe something's changed. So I'm going to look at it. Doug knows what he's talking about, right? I listen to what Doug says. Um, so everything's lined up good, other than VWAP's way down here, and it's not even an issue at this point. So would I enter this trade? Yes, I would. I would enter this in a short, in a down. But will I enter at this moment? No, I will not. Why won't I enter this trade yet? Well, you can see on my chart, I have some key levels that I have marked. These generally buy and sell where I have my lines at, right? It's based on historical data. I've taken the time and went back and looked at the history and drawn lines where it hits multiple times. As you can see, these pretty much respect. This is an old line. I didn't just draw this. Could have been on here for months. But you can see generally that's where it's hitting at. Will they break through them? Yeah, they'll go up and through them and around, but you can see overall they pretty much stop right there. They pause before they break through, or they'll come down and bounce off it like these ones did. The wick touched them and it went up, did all this bouncing ball kind of thing on it. So for me to enter this trade myself, I want to see this break through this, break and actually hold below this line. Let me expand this out, make it extra big so you guys can see it. A little bit harder when you're not watching the live feed as a paid member. So right there, oh, there's a break. So I'm now watching. Well, I got to get over here. Um, where's my gold here? Let me do a quick click. I get my L2 up here and running. So now I have my L2 over here. I can kind of watch that. This is an order book thing showing you pending orders. So I want to, even if I don't have this, my criteria for entering this trade right now is I want to see a break and a hold. What does that mean? I want to see a candle go below this line, stay there, and maybe even the next candle start to form before I click buy. But before that happens, what I will do is I will set myself up. All right. I can get ready to enter this trade. There's a long candle staying there. Is it going to stay there? I don't know. See how it bounces around? So you do have to give it some time to breathe. See how that moves up and down? Okay. So I'm going to wait a few minutes. You have to be patient sometimes. Wait for the trade to form because this could easily bounce all the way back up, right? Now, if I look at my L2, you see how all these orders are all the same. There's a lot of orders going in there to buy. So this may very well just start going up the other way. But you also have a lot of sellers. They're kind of even. Well, here's my other candle I'm waiting for. If this candle stays red, I'll probably go ahead and enter this trade. Do I want to take a chance that it's going to turn red? I could, right? But I could also get if I buy right now and this goes back up, right, I can lose money. Now, if I was a pure scalper, yes, I can play one candle. I can get in, be in and out of it. Ooh, look at that, right? So it's trying to pull down, and I can see that over here. So I'll just go ahead and enter it. Again, this is not real money, but this is a good downward trend. And what happened to my stop loss here? Where'd it go? Now it's clear up here. I had a big stop loss. I use a standard stop loss that I come in with. I don't know why that one was on 54, but so anyway, I have a stop loss here that I can put in here and modify and slide it around to get it to where I want it to be. So I can slide this down. What's a stop loss? Really, all stop loss is I said that I thought this was going to go down. Okay, if it doesn't, if I'm incorrect, or a market mover comes in and buys a bunch of them and drives the price up, this limits the amount of money that I can lose. Okay. Um, so I'm in this trade right now. I'm in for minus. It shows a negative. That means right now. It shows I'm losing $150. Right? Why? It's because it's bounced back up. I did not wait for this candle to fully form, like I said I would do. In a real trade, I would have, but I still have a stop loss here. Okay. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but I can slide this down here, and this will limit how much money I can lose. Okay, so the max I can lose is right here. So if this retraces up, right, I can only lose, my loss is limited to it. Now what I will do is, as it goes green, if it does, right? I don't know what's going on here. There's a setting I got off. It's making me verify. I was showing, we were looking at things. Maybe that's the button. We were changing some buttons, trying different things
Here he
today.
goes, clicking buttons again.
Yeah, I don't know where this. I got a modified thing here. We were going through some settings in here earlier today. Apparently, I've clicked one of these here that makes me confirm it. I don't know where it's at in there. I'll look at it later. It's not important. So anyway, my stop loss, if this pulls clear up to here, goes above that line, it will kick me out of my trade because I'm saying I want it to go down. If I'm shorting it, the way I lose money is if it goes up. Okay, the way I make money on a short is it goes down. So here it is, kind of working its way down. Right, it's a real trade. I'm still hanging in there. I'm still down because I bought it here and it retraced after I bought it because I did not wait for my confirmation candle. Ideally, I want to see another candle sitting on the shoulders of another one. Now that one was green, so that was not a very good sign, but it did come down anyway. So right now on 5 contracts, I'm down. Again, it's not real money. I'm not real excited. Now, what I will do is if this does continue to drop, and it will do this bebopping back and forth. I can look over here and see there's some big orders over here at 27.43. That would be right down here. Oh, see, it stopped me out. I didn't even, if I was talking. See how that it popped up there just enough to catch my stop loss. So that limited my loss. So I lost, again, in this case, it was fake money, but it was probably $200 I lost on that trade in 5 contracts. So I was looking over here looking at that, and I got distracted. So I am watching this trade. It's still in a downward trend. I'm not going to just jump in there. Again, if I'm going to re-enter, I am going to wait for the same kind of criteria, right? Now, if this is going to just kind of like channel in here and not go one way or the other, right? I'm going to go look at something else. Or I can sit here and be patient and wait and see if this is going to pull down, which the orders are showing down here that it wants to come down, right? This side here, these numbers are getting lower over here. So that 27.47.2, that's about down here. That's about where these candles were at. So people are hoping to buy it down that low again, right? So, but I'm not going to jump in based on this because this can change in an instant, and it does. It does change in an instant. So,
If you look at your DOM, the order quantities are pretty small.
yeah,
You see
correct.
that there? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Pretty slow.
And I'm on it by paper.
Those are the
trade.
active orders anyway.
Yeah, that's the same thing here on my L2 that I have here on the right side of my screen. So here it is, trying again to break through, right? I don't know what happened there either. There. I could sit here for a few minutes. It's not very entertaining for you if I do that, but we'll see what happens. We'll give it a minute or two. If this doesn't do anything, if it just kind of hangs out here, I'm going to go find something else, right? If there is something else. Now, part of the problem is, I'll tell you right now, I made a boatload of money off of gold today, but that was last night and early this morning, right? So, and that's when it was more active. I made money when it went up, and I made money when it went down, and when it went up, and when it went down. I did very well today. So, this is getting towards the end of the day. We're approaching the power hour, which is at 3 o'clock. The last hour tends to be more volatile. The volume's not near as high, as you can see, right? So may not move as much. All right, so now I have a break, and it's below the 9 actually now. It's below my line, so my criteria are attempting to be met. I'm going to wait for a confirmation candle. The problem is at the time of the day right now, the volume's dropped off, so it's not going to be as dramatic. Now, as we get into actual power hour, it can get very volatile because people are going to try to get out of their holdings. I've been holding this all day. I'm going to take my profits and go home. When they sell off, of course, that causes the price to drop. But it also, the other effect it has is that it may encourage buying because now people can buy it on sale in a roundabout way, right? So we never trade without stops. As you can see, when I enter a trade, a stop is automatically put in there. And while I'm looking at that, I'm trying to figure out which one of these buttons. I don't know what that one is. And also I'll tell you, I'll show you here in a minute, but I don't know which one. Alerts. Anyway, I checked something that made that thing pop up. Again, it didn't hold, so I'm going to move on. I'm not going to waste my time here, right? Let's go look at oils. Oil doing anything? Well, oil climbed, kind of leveled out now, right? Would I trade this? Can I trade this? Is it a good spot to trade? Eh, not really. I mean, it is above all the indicators other than VWAP, I believe.
MES has the most volume, but it's not in a good spot.
Yeah. So he's talking about MES. That is the S&P 500. Now it is approaching VWAP here. I could enter this at VWAP once it breaks and holds above VWAP. That's one of the strongest indicators. I could do that, right? So I could get ready for that, right? I could bring up my, I just hang on here. I closed out my paper trading thing accidentally. All right, back to that. Now I can bring up my trading widget. Now, what I would do here, again, a lot of trading is waiting on the setup. You don't just jump into things willy-nilly. You take your training and your education and your experience and you apply all these principles, okay? So I will get into this if it breaks and holds above VWAP. It's got to get through my level that I have here right now before it can do that. So this is a very strong indicator if it wants to hold it. Now you can see if I got across here. Why is that line there? You can see all these hit here. So I actually have a double top. Generally at a double top, it will pull back. It will reject off there. Unless there's enough volume and people want to pay more, then it can go right through it. So this is a wait and see moment right here. I'm waiting for the setup. Okay. I am not going to jump in until I have a strong confirmation. Number one, that it's going to break and hold above the double top, or I'm going to wait and see if it's going to reject off of VWAP. So this is in a tough spot. It's in between that VWAP and a double top. So this may be but I'm willing to wait a couple of seconds here and see what happens. Well, you can see it's they're thinking, traders are thinking the same thing. You see that candle change red to green and back to green again. It's a point of indecision. So everybody's waiting on the next guy to make a move. What's my L2 showing me over here? Let me click here so I don't have to. There's a button over here I have. I can just do one click and it brings us up. So you can see there's a lot of orders stacked up on both sides, and they're fighting over one price point. So this might consolidate right here, even though, see if these are selling off. They didn't. They're lowering their price, so this may drop on us here a little bit. Watching this 90 here. See if this moves up. See that prices are dropping right now. As you can see that reflected in the candle. But they're still fighting over the price here. You can see them going back and forth. There's orders here that are coming in. There's orders there to coming in to buy, about orders to sell in its simplified form, of course. I do have a widget here. It also gives me the current price. Again, I won't enter here because it's not doing anything. It's kind of trapped there right now. And I know that because of the education I received at American Tree Trial. I'll give it about another minute here and we'll move on to something else. I probably, about the time I look away, it'll take off. That's usually how it works. And that's why Coach really recommends you find 1 to 5 that you like, whether it's stock options. If you're buying individual, like say, if you want to buy, you might like to follow the chip stocks, right? The NVIDIAs and AMD and Intel and all them. Become an expert on them and how they move. So if one ain't moving, maybe the other one is. And see, that sat there for so long. What happened? People got nervous. They just like, well, this ain't moving. I'm taking my profits. I'm getting out of here. I'm taking my ball going home. There's a lot of psychology plays into this too. And once you understand how people think, right, you learn the psychology. They sat there too long and they got nervous. All right, it's not going to break through right now. I'm getting out. Now, you can capitalize on it. Well, number one, it's a double top. That's more highly likely than not that it's going to pull back. Could I play that bounce off of that? Yeah, I could scalp that and try to get a few dollars out of it. But again, I'm right here at VWAP, which is the strongest indicator that everybody uses. So I would kind of avoid it until it gets away from VWAP one way or the other. Now, if this comes down another candle, yeah, I'll jump in and I can I can, I'll just show you here. See, let me jump in, but I got an indicator right here that would bounce off of. So as you can see, I got in here and automatically I got a stop loss, right? And it lets me do it. I'm going to say I'm going to put this just above VWAP just in case it breaks above VWAP. All right, I'll give it that room to work. You can see I'm only down $5 right now. So if this happens to shoot back up here, it'll automatically kick me out of the trade. If this falls down below where I bought it, which means I'll be making money, it has to go below where I bought it because I chose to short this, thinking it might reject and go down. Again, in reality, I wouldn't have made this trade because I had this 9 EMA indicator here. I would have waited as long as it stays above that. That's an upward momentum. But I want to show you, watch this stop loss. If this peaks up here, it will kick me out. Boom. See how that works? That protected me against myself or something that I don't have control over, right? Again, now it's testing this again. It will keep testing it until somebody decides they want to start paying more. There it goes. There's a little bit of a breakthrough, but nope. See, people are worried about this double top. It's where a good rejection point. Go ahead, Doug.
Mark, take a look at the DOM. Even though it's a single line in paper trading, it's actually pretty helpful in MES not to have too many results popping up at one time.
Right.
But you can see the
yeah.
disparity between these buys and sells a little clean.
Yep. See how they're moving down, right? It's moving up, and they call this like a ladder, price ladder. I don't use this. I'm going to start doing it just because I'm teaching every day, and I need to know in case somebody, hey, what's that price ladder thing? How's that work? I know how it works, but I don't use it myself. I never have. But I told the group today because we trained for 2 hours before we went live that I would start taking a look at that, getting familiar with it on myself. And how would I learn to do that? I would do that through paper trading. So I can come over here. Actually, I can do that live right now if I wanted to. I can come down here, or well, I could buy, I could do a buy market. And of course, it pops up this box. See, I didn't know it would do that because, so it's actually already popping up the box. Okay, I don't like that way. That way, I don't like it all. I might as well just do it the other way. And I can go
No,
up here.
I use it just for contracts to see them coming in and out. I use the typical turbo buttons for trading.
Yeah, I do too. It's what you're used to. Yeah, I don't like this here, these confirmation. Now, there's a setting in here, I'm sure, a confirmation setting I have to uncheck to make it go away. I don't use that. You see, the first time I tried to use it live, I showed you I didn't know what it was going to do. Now, I can do the same thing over here with TradingView. They have these turbo buttons over here. I can click them, but again, it breaks up this box. So I'm sure there's a setting in here I need to adjust, and I'll take a look at that later. So in the meantime, how I do it is right here. I use this turbo buttons here. And you can see, like I said earlier, see how this is trapped in there? It's trapped between VWAP and a double top. So it just doesn't want to break out. Now, if this breaks through there, will it take off? Very well could. Right now, that is a strong point of resistance. A double top, double bottom, or a triple top, triple bottom, however you want to say it, right? I'm depending on how many times it hits it. Those are always great trades to be in because generally you put in calls at support, puts at resistance, right? Or longs on support, shorts at resistance. So I could have actually played when it hit that a short and hope and it didn't break. But I don't. I let it confirm what it's going to do before I jump in. Just a little more conservative way that I trade. Other traders may jump in that early thinking it's going to. I don't play them games myself. I try to wait for as much confirmation as I can get. So it's hanging out there. I'm like everybody else, and these people are going to get impatient, and this price is going to start selling off again. You watch. If they don't jump in here real quick like now, these people will get impatient and they'll start dumping it. Not happening yet. Okay, now they're getting. Now they have some hope, right? Oh, now people may get excited. Oh, somebody wants to buy it more money. Okay, I might jump in that now, right? I'm not going to jump in it yet because I'm not convinced there's enough people want to do it, right? So if I really want to, I can jump in this trade. Again, I personally wait for the confirmation candle after this one. But just to show you what will happen, let me go ahead and jump in this trade right there. So I'm in the trade with one contract. I'm up $3.75 will be dang, right? There's my stop loss. I'm going to put my stop loss below the double top line so that if it breaks back below that, at least I get stopped out here. I'm going to lose money there, but it's not that bad, right? So as this goes up, now watch what I'm going to do. Now I wouldn't do this normally this quick, but I want to show you how this works. Not only does a stop loss prevent you from losing too much money, it also serves a dual purpose. I can take my stop now and slide it up. Now I wouldn't do this close, but I can move this up here, and as this price goes in, I am locking in my profits. Okay, so I'm not going to do that yet because I wouldn't do it in real life. So once it starts climbing a little bit, I can lock in whatever profits I have. And also when I trade, I don't know how much money I'm making. I just know I'm making money, right? I don't like to see this because what happens, you end up trading what we say, trading your profit and loss statement, right? You see, oh my gosh, I just lost $2, and you freak out and sell out, right? And you just missed a $100 run because you're looking at this number. So in real life, I go up here and change this setting. It just shows that I am in a trade. I know I'm making money because I got in here and the candles are up here, right? I don't need to know what the amount is until I'm done with the trade because it's not profit until I sell it. So it doesn't matter what I'm making at any given point. Okay. I know if this candle goes up here, I'm making a lot more money, right, than I am right now. I was hoping this would continue to move upward so I could show you how I can lock in my profits. So, but I'm going to give it room to breathe because that's what the S&P is. It's very volatile. And it can, you see how these wicks, those will take you out of a trade in a hurry. So I'm going to give it a few minutes. We'll give it a couple minutes here. We'll see if this is going to climb. What's the L2 showing me? There's a lot of people over here. Well, so when we watch these numbers here, are they decreasing? Or like Doug said, I can watch here. Is this price going up this way? That's what I want to see. I want to see this side going up, and it's right now it's not because they're standing toe to toe, smacking each other in the mouth, arguing over how much we're going to pay. It's so volatile right now. I wouldn't even slide my stop here. I'm going to give it time to work. On something like this, you want at least a $3 spread between. Okay, so right now, from where I bought it at 91, we'll just say 92. This really, I got to give it like a $3 movement, ideally. Okay, and again, it depends on your risk tolerance. Some of you may not want to give it that much, but I will here. All right, I'm going to give it a chance to move up another dollar at least before I slide it up. Hopefully, it will do that. I could slam this stop up here right now and show you how it works, but see how this movement, I would have just got stopped out. See, I'm back to zero. Now I'm back at $1.25. This is just on one contract. If you buy 10, of course, this would be 10 times the amount. Okay, and this is on a micro. Hey, DJ Vinny, see you over there, over on TikTok Live. Marcella and Isaiah, Abraham. Again, I'm distracting myself. All right, so here it is. It's climbing. Let me show you how stop loss works to lock in my profits. So now, if I move it up there, if this pulls back, I know my trade, I'm going to make a couple bucks, right? I'm only up $5, so it's not going to be a lot. But if this would happen to pull back here like it just did, boom. Now I guaranteed I made money on that trade, right? I made a couple bucks, big deal. But the point is, once you stop loss limit your loss potential, it also has a dual purpose. You slide it up once you're into the green. Again, like I told you, I want a $3 spread before I start moving things. It would have had to come up here to the 95 level, clear up to here, before I slid my stop up in real life. Because now I got stopped out. What if this thing takes off, right? Like, see there, it's stair stepping up a little. So now I missed out on additional gains because I was impatient. The market will take from the impatient and give it to the patient. So be patient. You got to give things room to, we call it giving it room to breathe. See how much this all moved around? That's not a lot price movement. It's not even the $3 average that the S&P will move at any given second. So, right? So, but I wanted to show you how it did lock in profits on that trade for me. So, I don't normally trade. It's very volatile. This is the same thing if you were in stocks. This would be SPY, okay? But in futures, this is the S&P 500 in the futures. And actually, SPY is the derivative of the futures trade. This is the mother and father of the other ones. Um, so you could take the SPY chart, and it will match up exactly like this one. The other one's an ETF. This one here is a futures contract, but they do match identical. So, questions. We are now in power hour, so things can get very volatile. Inexperienced traders should not be in trading in the last hour, especially the last half hour to 15 minutes of the day, because has the potential to get volatile, and you can get your face ripped off. To dispel,
Other than
you asked, is Robinhood a good app? I have Robinhood. I don't actively trade on it. We have a lot of people do. It has its benefits and downfalls also, like anything else. It's not whether it's a good app or not, it's do you know how to use it? That's the important part. Having the skills to use whatever broker you're using and master their software. I know they did some upgrades, do a lot more than you used to, but you need to be an expert on whatever trading platform you're using. I have a long-term holding things on Robinhood. I don't actively day trade. Okay, Smart, you got a question, comment?
Yeah, no, what I was going to say is about trading at the end of the day is because this has happened to me out of experience, because the margins change, they go up a lot higher, it automatically stops you out of wherever it's at the close. So you got to be
Yes.
careful with that as well.
Yeah, you have to be out of the trade by 4:15, or they'll close
Yep.
it out for you if you do not have enough margin in your account to hold it overnight. So,
Yep.
now, so as you can see, if I hadn't, let's just pretend I was still in this trade. If I hadn't had a stop in there, I would be losing even more money, right? That stopped me from losing more money. Okay. Thank you for that. Let's see. This is futures that we are talking about. Let's take a look over on our YouTube live feed. Oh, vegan knowledge. Nice to have you join us again, darling. Did I ever tell you you're my favorite in that household? I like having you here. You're so much nicer. Glad to have you here. Hey, and I'm glad you're
Look,
getting involved.
I'm gonna be telling Dawn,
She already knows. I say it right in front of Dawn.
I know.
That ain't no secret. All I got to do is drive out to that state and go pick her up. She'll leave with me. Dawn
Well,
knows that.
don't think that. I guess my whole thing is I got her back.
Okay. Well, let me know how that works out for you. Anyway, welcome, Vegan Knowledge. She's a beginning trader. She's learning. She's seen Dawn working at it for a couple years, and now she's starting to look at it also. So she asked, "How do you know where to put your stop in to let it breathe?" Well, that's part of the art of day trading and trading anything is knowing how much of a stop. On MES in this case, this is a micro version of it. You want to give it like $3. Can you stomach the amount of money that you would lose in that $3 spread? That's up to you, right? But you can see if you don't, you get stopped out. A candle can move $3 in one candle. So you have to give that. That's part of the art of trading is knowing how much room to give it whenever you decide. Some things you may need a 30 or 40 tick stop. Others you may only need 10. So it's all relative to what you're trading, the volatility that's involved in what you're trading. What I may need a 30 tick spread on, and again, I'm not telling you you need a 30 tick spread, but let's just say I do. Uh, that doesn't apply to currency, right? Or it may not apply to oil. So you have to adjust it. And when you get into trading a little bit, you learn what you're comfortable with, the spread between where you enter and where it could stop you out. How much loss are you willing to take? Everybody says, well, I'm not willing to take any loss. Well, you're going to take a loss. It's going to happen. Every trade is not green. You just seen me get stopped out for a loss, right? Or actually, the last trade was for a profit, but the one before that was for a loss. Again, it's not real money, right? But I do lose money every day on trades, right? The idea is to end up with more money than you lose, right? Come out ahead. And I did very well today. So I had a good day today. Um, I see your comment there, Vegan. Don, some guy named Mark's at the door. She's a character. Both them girls are characters. Um, So anyway, how can I start? Ricky Ricardo. Well, hi, Ricky Ricardo. I love Ricky Ricardo. I grew up with them. Um, how do you start? How much does it cost to start doing this? It costs you absolutely zero to start day trading. All right. Why? Because you have to have an education first. You have to learn what all this is all about. We tell everybody don't even worry about funding an account when you come to American Dream Trading. Okay. .com. By the way, go there right now, grab our free Discord. Um, we want you to come in and listen. Listen, take notes. Don't even paper trade. When you first come in, don't even worry about paper trading. Watch what you see on our screen. Listen to the sound of coach's voice. Listen to the trainers' voices when they are talking. When you join us on a membership, you can have up to 12 hours a day of live trading and training. Okay. So if you can sit in here for 12 hours a day, we have the training for you. We will do it. Coach does it. You know, we have other trained moderators and members that we pass on what coach teaches us. So you can get up to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. And for VIP members, you can get them also on Saturdays. So we want you to come in. We don't want you spending a dime. We would prefer that you didn't even think about funding a real account for however long it takes you to grasp and understand the principles of what we're teaching, what no coach's different trading strategies are, what coach's rules are. He has 8 simple rules. They're not hard to understand, but every day people break them and then they lose money. They are simple to understand, are a lot harder to follow because we're human. We want to do things our own way. The coach has been trading and training for 33 years. So you know, the guy kind of knows what he's talking about, right? His company's been this AmericanDreamTrading.com has been in existence, a legal corporation, been in business for over 4.5 years. Would I enter this trade right here? I will if this breaks and holds below my gold level. So I can also load up, get ready, prepare. Doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily enter the trade, okay? But I can get ready for it to short this if it decides to break and hold below it. Right there's my sort of my confirmation candle that I'm looking for that tells me this might be a trade. All right, I'm going to jump in early just so I can show you. Again, I didn't wait for the full formation of the candle. I want to show you what happens when you don't. If you're impatient, right? Now this could work out in my favor. Sometimes you get lucky, right? But we don't deal in luck. We deal in skill here. All right, we want you to make educated decisions. And there's my confirmation candle. That's what I want to see. So if this actually breaks and holds with this confirmation, that's a stronger indication. It's not a guarantee, but it's a stronger indication that this may pull down. Now, where am I worried about this going? Now I have a level here. So I'm going to say, what am I going to do when it gets here, right? I may want to tighten up my stop a little bit, right? I can go down here, slide this down a little bit, right? Get close to break even. You know, it's not quite break even. All right. Um, so I can take a look at this here, watch it, see if it's going to break through this next level or is it going to reject off there. I'm up $10 right now on one little contract, right? So I can maybe I want to start locking in profit. Maybe that's kind of how I want to do it, right? I can do it that way. Again, I got a setting screwed up over here. It keeps making me confirm. There it is. I locked in that profit. I made a couple bucks on that trade. Would I have done that as a normal real trading? No, I would have waited for this to see what it was going to do here. But regardless, I came out green. How do you build your counts? Dollars at a time. You make $5 here, $2 there, $10 there, $15 here, $40 there, $100 here. That's how you take a small count and build it up to a large one. When you have a smaller count, you may only be able to buy one contract at a time. But as you add successful trades, $5, $10 at a time, those add up over time, right? Every day you can make 10, 20, 30, 50 trades a day if you want to, right? Nothing's stopping you. See, here's my break here, right? And that's how you build your account little by little. Webull, as a broker, requires $500 to open an account with them in their brokerage. And, you know, is 500 limiting? Yes, it is. There's certain things you can't trade because the margin required is more than 500, right? But there's plenty you can trade, right? Um, so, and then as you build your account, $10 here, $20 there, $6 here, whatever, right? How I did it. I started with 700 and I've built it up ever since. And I did it $5, $10 at a time. When once your account gets a little bit bigger, now I can afford to buy two. I have enough margin now that I can buy two contracts at a time. So instead of making $5 a time, now I'm making $10 at a time. Same time period, right? And then it gets bigger, and I can buy three contracts. So now instead of making 10, now I'm making 30. So you see how that works. Just simple math, right? Exponentially increases. Now that also means I can lose that much more that quicker, right? So you got to know what you're doing, but that's how you build your account, a little at a time. So I've done okay also doing this full time. So that's how that works. So that's how the decision making I look at, waiting for that break and hold confirmation. Didn't last long, right? Because it didn't break and hold, right? I jumped in, gambled, and we don't gamble, right? Never gamble. Now, if you're a scalper, yes, you can trade one candle, right? And get in there and get out. Trade one, get in, get out. So that's how that works. What other question do we have? Well, Nicole Amazing, you're thinking about signing up for the VIP Gold Complete. That is our top tier program. That would get you every bit of everything you need to know and more. It's a fantastic plan. By the way, just so you know, and it's probably about ready to run out. I haven't heard an expiration date, but Coach is offering a 25% discount on all new memberships other than crypto because crypto is currently discounted as it is. You will receive by using the discount code 2025 2025 on the final checkout page when you go to buy the memberships. It will take 25% off however you decide to pay for it. If you're going to pay annually, you'll receive 25% off annually. Of course, if you're doing 6 months, you'd get 25% off your first 6 month payment. Quarterly, you would get 25% off your first quarter payment. Monthly, you would get 25% off your first month's payment. Obviously, paying annually is the most, you get the most bang for your buck. So that is a current promotion that we have. Coach came out with a new one. It's for very serious traders. It's more geared to experienced traders also. It's called the Diamond Plan. What it is, it entails everything that Coach has to offer in memberships for the rest of your life. It's a one-time payment, and any other new products, services, or membership levels that we have, you'll automatically be included in those also. And you also get a one-on-one with Coach, which itself is a $6,000 value. Um, those are, you ready? So you're sitting down there at $20,000 one time payment for the rest of your life. Now there is four easy pays for 5,000 each. You can do it that way also. But anyway, that is the killer program. You can do that. That would
To be
get you.
quite honest with you, the diamond program, if someone is really serious, because I just jumped on it.
Did you? Good for
I
you.
know I have a 6 month, my 6 months isn't up until April, end of April.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna do a one-on-one with Coach anyway. So if you count that, plus if I renew it, not if, when I renew in April, then I'm thinking, what is it? Just maybe another 5-6 grand, and then now I'm a lifetimer.
Right. You don't ever have to worry about another payment again.
It was a no-brainer, but now I just got to figure out how I'm gonna come up with cash.
Right.
And that's why I got to get serious here in the next few months.
Well, and don't forget, you've got lower value programs too. He just lowered the premium membership to $125 a month. So with the discount code, you're paying $93 for the first month.
Mm-hmm.
Futures is only $250 a month.
Correct.
Crypto is $500 for a year.
Yeah, that one is not eligible for the 25% discount because it's already discounted.
Not currently, no.
Correct. So you guys need to jump on there. You hear these numbers and it sounds like a lot, but the risk to reward kind of thing, right? Depends how you want to look at it. So user 376663423333820. Weeble's not available in Europe. Yes, that's true. Weeble's not worldwide. When you get out of the States, it gets a lot harder to find a broker. And the ones that you can find typically tend to charge high fees. Interactive Broker is one you can look at. I know a lot of people in Canada use. I mean, Webull is available in Canada now, but Interactive Broker seems to be one that's around the world. Basically, all you have to do is I can't rattle off the top of my head which ones are available in Europe itself. I just do a Google search, brokerage, stock brokerage, brokerage houses, and find. But you're going to have to really watch the fees because when you're overseas or out of the United States, the fees can be very exorbitant. So whenever you do compare brokers, that's one of the key things you want to look about. What does it cost for me to execute a trade? And what can I do? Can I trade futures? Can I trade stocks? Can I trade options? So take a look at that. I can't give you an exact thing off the top of my head right now, but you're going to have to really do research. So, what else we got? Um, Yeah, I mean, you're asking whether it's the trading. We have members from all over the world. I mean, you name it, we got people there. Um, we got people in Australia. We got people in Switzerland, of course, Germany and France and all the other main European countries. Uh, so yeah, the neighbors see the same training. As long as you can log into our Zoom call, yes, you can join us. Again, you're going to have to deal with the time disparity, right? But even in the United States, we have members that live out on the West Coast, California. That's 3 hours behind. So when we start training and trading at 4 a.m., they're getting up at 1 a.m. their time. So, the market doesn't open till 9:30. So, they're already up. So, um, it's just how committed are you, right? If you live in another country or another time zone, you have to be able to work that into your schedule. But we are live daily from 9 to 11 Eastern, 2 to 4 Eastern, and the aftermarket show at 5 p.m. Eastern. Now, if you're a member, you get training, a paid member. If you're a VIP or above member, you get training, live training from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time every single day. If you're a VIP Gold member, all our trainings are actually recorded and you can watch them at your leisure if you're not able to be there. Okay. So, are we on TikTok at 4 a.m.? No, we're not. That's for paid members only. We're only on TikTok at the times that I just mentioned 9 to 11, 2 to 4. And I believe Dawn they're trying to get hooked up to TikTok at 5. I'm not sure if that, I wasn't able to attend here recently. So I don't know if they got that problem resolved. But our paid members have live training from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can come and go as you please. And that is with a live open mic. You can pop in anytime and ask a question, or you can raise your hand, however. So, um, the TikTok feeds start at 9 a.m., 9 to 11, 2 to 4. And then we also have our aftermarket show on YouTube at 5. So click subscribe to AmericanDreamTrading.com so that you don't miss any of them. And for you TikTokers, you need to go over right now to our YouTube channel at American Dream Trading on YouTube and sign up and subscribe so in case something happens to TikTok that you don't lose our feeds because these are free, right? So you may forget what the name is if you lose your feed. So cool. What else? We're good the last half hour of the day here. So we'll just take a quick see if there's anything really going on that we can look at. They're all pretty much the same thing, kind of working on I mean, the Russell's technically in an upward trend, even though it's pulling back currently. S&P is kind of hanging out there. The NASDAQ is pulling on the downside. Again, I would apply the same criteria, right? Here's my major indicators. It's below it, and it is trending down. It may break through here. I can enter the trade, but I want to see a confirmation before I jump into it. If you trading a chart is trading a chart. Once you learn what these things mean and how to do your own charting, also to get your support lines on here, right? So here, here's an example here. I could pop a line right on here. Why did I do that? Because I seen this is touching here. It may be hard for you to see, but there's wicks there touching. And look over here, the candles touched here. They came up and they're bouncing up against it. So that's a point of resistance. It will also be a double/triple top if this comes back up to here it will probably bounce off there and reject unless there's enough volume to push it, right? So now I have another level there just by going around. And you can see here I got copper. I don't trade it, so I don't have any lines on it. And here is gold. Gold just kind of, this time of the day is not an ideal time for trading gold. Yes, you can make money. You can make a lot of money trading it, but you have to scalp it. Evenings and mornings during the regular day is a really good time. You can see gasoline prices kind of, and then we got our oil. Oil's kind of, it gets kind of slow this time of the day also. So just there's different times of the day that things tend to run more, right? I do this. This is about all I'm trading anymore. I don't even trade the pre-market or stock options anymore. I haven't traded stock options myself, even though I love them. I know how to do it. I've embraced the futures trading 100%, and this is my jam, right? Will it always be my jam? I don't know, right? I get squirrel and I get distracted and end up looking at something else sometimes. But I do them all. I am skilled, if you want to say. I am very well versed in all of them. Why? Because I received my training as a paid member with American Dream Trading. Best decision I ever made 2 years ago. Haven't looked back since. Now I'm a moderator and now I'm teaching what I was taught, right? So, am I teaching everything that's been taught? Of course not, right? Our goal is to get you, obviously, to join our membership, join our community, right? Get in here and learn how to do this so coach can teach you and you get all that extensive training. You're not going to learn how to do this overnight. It's not a get rich quick scheme, right? It takes a lot of hard work, takes a lot of sweat equity. You got to build up calluses. You got to develop a mental attitude to be able to do tough things out sometimes. There's a lot of psychology, not only in your own head, but understanding the psychologies of the markets and how other traders that basically you're competing against, um, how they think. Well, in case you didn't realize it, money is just not out there floating in the air. Okay, in order for you to win, somebody has to lose, right? In order for somebody to buy, somebody has to sell, and for somebody to buy, there has to be somebody there that's willing to sell what they have. And that's how all these things change hands. Some people might buy longs, and then you get a whole bunch of people buy shorts and override the longs. And guess what? All them people just lost their money, right?
Hey, Mark.
So, yes, sir.
You got a lot of pretty lines and colors on your screen. Where did those come from?
Well, that's coach's indicators right here, right? Now, the white lines are my lines. I drew them on them. Those are historical lines that I've drawn when I charted it out. How do I know how to do that? Through training I received at American Dream Trading. I take a long picture out, I scroll out, put it on longer time frames, look through across the chart. Does it hit multiple places? If it does, I'll put a line there, right? You can see here, I got a line here. It's kind of hard to see because VWAP line's there. I can go across and I can go scroll back and I'll see that it consistently hits in that area. See that line? There's the same thing. Came up and hit there, came down and hit there and bounced off. So that tells me right there that's a pretty good line. Is it going to break through sometimes? Yeah. Again, stock trading is like throwing hand grenades. As long as you're close, that's all it counts, right? So over on YouTube, big knowledge. Did I have any trading experience before ADT? I had zero experience. I had zero experience being a day trader. Okay. I mean, I had, like everybody else, I had my 401ks and all that stuff, but that's not something I was trading, right? I just I had a list of things I could pick from at my place of employment, and that's how I had it. 401ks are a good thing to have. Everybody should have one, right? If you're working. But no, I did not have. I had zero training experience, and now I've been here doing this full time for 2 years and been very successful at doing that. How do you trade? The John B. asks over on YouTube Live. How do you trade the downside? Well, in futures, you're trading with a margin account. So to buy to the upside, in other words, if you think that the price is going to go up, you go long. Okay. So you would click buy, right? And then if you think the price is going down, you would short it. So you would click sell. So you can buy, make money going up. If you say I'm going to go long And if I think the price is going down, I'm going to short it and I'll ride it and make money as it goes down. That's how we do that. So thank you for that question. Diesel Dan, nice. Thank you for sharing the video. Do we have a WhatsApp group? No, we do not. We solely communicate through AmericanDreamTrading.com's Discord. We will never DM you. We are not a call out group. We don't do any of that. We are an education group. We teach you how to day trade. We teach you how to hopefully be successful if you apply the principles and what we're trying to teach you. Okay. WhatsApps, those are for them call out guys. Does that work? Nah. You may get lucky once in a while, but think about it. Somebody's got to type that WhatsApp text to everybody, right? By that time, things might have already been moved and done with. Call out groups do not work in the long run. You may get lucky once in a while, okay? But what skill did you learn by somebody? If I had a WhatsApp thing and I text Harry, hey, Harry, buy HG, buy copper right now. All right. What did you learn from that? Nothing. You got some text saying buy this, right? What if that guy goes away, Harry, and you don't have that program ceases to exist? Now what do you do? What did you learn? Nothing. We teach you to make those decisions to decide, oh, I want to get into HG copper, right? I may want to get into that. When do I buy? When do I sell? Right? We're not a call out group. That doesn't work. And you see 1,000 of them every day on TikTok. They're infamous for that. Listen to me, I'm successful 82% of my call outs. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. And I could spout off the saying I'm successful 94.7% on my every trade I make. Really? What's that mean to you? It means nothing, right? I can make up any number I want. I don't do that. I don't even keep track of how many trades I'm successful. I keep track of how many green days I have. That I do. I know I'm green. Well, I very rarely have a red day anymore. I may be more green on some days than others, right? It's not that I don't have red days. Yes, I do. Do I have red trades during the day? Yes, I do. Every trade I make is not successful. Maybe I made a poor decision and entered when I shouldn't have, or somebody came in and dumped a bunch of holdings and it dropped up against me and stopped me out. So every trade is not a positive trade. You will lose money. The idea is to get to training and education so that you can have better informed decisions. Glenn, did you have a question? One of our paid members.
I think I got it figured out, Mark. I was having trouble getting paper trading, completely new to this future stuff. Getting my paper account set up for futures.
Yep, and we
But
will
I
help
think
you
I got
do
it
that.
figured out.
Okay, if you don't have it, let us know tomorrow and we'll walk you through it step by step. We do provide that kind of support for each other here. And that's one of the things and that's one of the things about our community. We care about each other. We want everybody to be successful. Everybody's not going to be successful because they're not going to embrace and put in the work like they should. There's no reason everybody can't be successful, right? The only thing stopping us from being successful is ourselves, not following the rules, not following the training, right? Not applying the things that we've learned together as a total package, right? So we generally we cheer each other on whether somebody said, hey, I made $10 today was the first time I made $10. All right, we get very matter of fact we probably get more excited over those little wins like that. Little by little I mean, in the big scheme of dollars, right? $10 don't sound like a lot, but if you have a small account and you make $10, that's huge, right? We have members that trade on multi-million-dollar accounts. If I guarantee if Nate said, hey, I made $10, they're like, hey, yeah, whatever, Nate, right? We know you make 50,000 in a day without even thinking about it. But
if you've been getting your butt kicked for weeks, Mark, and here somebody made $10, you get excited.
Exactly. And we celebrate the good things, and if you've watched American Dream Trading on live at any given time, you'll see we cry together. I mean, you also don't see it behind the scenes when people are going through things, whether having a bad day or some family issues. We're a very tight knit community. We have over 10,000 members, but we've been hanging out. I've been hanging out here for 2 years. I know a lot of these people. I mean, it's the most you can know somebody without actually meeting them. You know what I mean? That's how tight knit our community is. We are very, people talk, and we have members that never talk, right? There's members on here. I see them every day, but I've never ever heard them open their mic and speak. And that's their personal preference. They're a paid member. They can use this however they like. But I'm sure they're learning just the same, right? Everybody has different learning style, and people are, or mic shy, if you want to call it. They don't want to get on and talk. We try to encourage them to. It's a lot easier than typing your question into the chat, but to each his own. We provide a chat box in our Zoom calls that they can type in there and ask questions, and they'll get answered, just like you would if you type in your questions in TikTok or YouTube or Twitch and all of them, right? We'll answer them. Membership is obviously the best way to go. Paid membership gets you access from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day with a live open mic. So, highly encourage you to go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Why that 25% off of any membership other than crypto is in effect. So, check that out. And there's a lot of benefits to each membership level. At every level, of course, the higher membership levels obviously have more benefits, right? Membership has its privileges, as the one credit card company used to say. So,
Hey, Mark, was that Paul that asked the question?
no, it was Glenn.
Glenn, I
Yeah.
got a couple minutes if you want to trade some pictures in chat. I can get you squared
Yeah.
away.
Yep. If not, we'll get you tomorrow if you can't figure it out too. We'll do it
Yep, for
live.
sure.
Yeah, we're not going to do a setup live on this call, but yes, we do. Yeah, we help each other with the softwares and tweaking settings and how do I set up my Webull account, and that Webull is what most of the people in, I don't know if most is the right word, but a high percentage of our members use Webull. It's what Coach trains on when he does live. We also you can use whatever broker you want. Probably the next largest brokerage house that our members are in is probably TOS. So we provide pretty good. I mean, TOS has, and we will both have good customer support. But as far as setting them things up, we do have enough members in each one of those brokerage houses that there's somebody here that can help you. So, especially if you're brand new and never used it before. So, but you can use any brokerage house you want. You don't have to use TOS. You don't have to use Webull. Whatever whatever you have, though, you need to be familiar with the software. You have to be an expert on using that software because indecision or not knowing how to do something will literally cost you real money. You don't want to, that's why you paper trade. You paper trade using your broker's simulated account, whether it's Webull or TradingView or TOS. Every broker offers it, okay, that you can get in there and play with it because you want to be able to execute trades perfectly because when you're under pressure to do it, it's a totally different thing. So that's the whole purpose. It's paper trading is not the purpose of, oh, look at me, I made $5,000 paper trading today. Who cares? It's not real, right? All that shows is you traded a bunch to rack up a number on that fake account. But what the purpose of paper trading is to show that teach you and learn how to execute the trades confidently, and to build your confidence up. So when you start throwing real money at a trade, believe me, it's a whole different ball game. I did rather well today. Matter of fact, I had probably one of the best days I've had in, I don't know, 6 months maybe, in a single day. And I literally was shaking. I was just wound up. I had a physical reaction to the amount of money that I made today, right? It's just, sometimes you feel like you're an imposter when you have good days. You know what I mean? You get that imposter syndrome, they call it. I can't believe I just made this amount of money today. And I hear people make this amount of money and god awful lot more than what I made. I don't have a huge account, right? I'm not a millionaire. I don't have $1 million in the bank. But what I made today was a significant amount in my world, right? And I literally had a physical reaction to that after I stopped trading. I had to actually get up and physically walk away from my trading desk here and walk it off. It took me probably, I don't know, good 20 minutes to calm down, right? That is the difference between trading real money versus paper trading. You will, and I've mentioned it in our past broadcasts, that when you go to first start trading real money, your physical body will have a physical reaction to it, and that's whether you make money or you lose money. You'll get a reaction both ways, believe me. But I had a very good day today, and it actually I don't get excited, you know, on trades. I don't even get FOMO. Like, dang it, look at all that money I've missed, right, by not being in that trade. I'm past all that. You get all that when you first start, right? You get mad. Oh, God, if I'd have stayed in that trade another 10 minutes, look at the kind of money I have. That's just a natural progression. But you soon learn that's just one trade that day. There's 10,000 other things you could have traded and probably done just as well on. So don't get hung up on what could have been because it ain't, right? The fact of the matter was you weren't in that trade, so you didn't lose anything. You didn't gain anything, and you didn't lose anything. And you'll learn that. It's when you first get in there and you get excited, like, oh, yeah, I made $50 a day, right? And then you go back later in the day, oh, if I'd have just stayed in another 10 minutes, I could have made 150, right? Yeah, you're always gonna leave money on the table, or you'll miss that trade. But every day is a new day. I mean, just in the stock market alone, there's what 15,000 stocks out there you can trade. I don't know what the real number is, between 10 and 20,000, somewhere in there, that you could possibly trade. Any one of them could make you a gazillionaire at any time. But if you ain't in it, you ain't making it, right? So don't worry about it. Try not, we call it FOMO, fear of missing out. You don't want to chase things. And that's one of the things we do in our live group. People will say, hey, look at this, or hey, look at that. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? And other people hear that, and oh, I got to go over there and look at Tesla right now. Oh, Tesla's going up. I heard somebody say. Well, they're not telling you to buy it. They just ask you a question about it, or pointing out the fact that Tesla is going up at this moment, right? And people that are new traders, they'll be attracted to like that, like a moth to a flame. They'll run over like, oh, it's going up. I'm gonna jump in it. Well, that wasn't, and the next thing they know, it pulls back because they didn't know what they were doing. So we have to constantly remind even our paid members not to fall victim to that. But we are not a call out group. We never tell you to buy Tesla or sell Tesla. We don't do that. We train you how to make those decisions on your own. Train more, trade less. It's one of our sayings over here. What else we got going on? We got about 12 minutes left in the trading day. We may pick up some volatility here, or we may not. You can see here the Russell picked up. It shot up for a little bit, right? Now, are people going to take profit and sell off? I don't know. I usually don't trade this time of the day either. I do all my trading late at night in the evenings, futures, 7, 8 o'clock. I really start trading hot and heavy. I found I like the pace at that time, and also real early in the morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning. I don't get up for the 2 a.m. London Open. I'm not trading 4x per se, but I could if I wanted to. So I can trade all night long. Matter of fact, if I didn't have moderator duties and I know what I know now, I could very well just trade all night long, sleep during the day. It'd be like working midnights, right? I'm not going to do that. But I love being a moderator, helping out, right? People help me out. I'm trying to return that favor when I was starting teaching me. So, what am I trading? I'm not in a trade right now, but this is futures over there at Big Burr. This is from 2 to 4 p.m. daily here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. This is an educational outreach that we provide free of charge on all the major social networks. From 2 to 4, we talk about trading futures in the futures market. So you can go over to YouTube.com, look at our American Dream Trading channel, and you can watch any past broadcasts. And this one will be immediately available for viewing upon completion of this broadcast. So all past ones are there. So, and there's over 2,000 trading. I've been talking a lot today. There's over 2,000 trading videos over there that you can look at absolutely free. Also, take a gander. For you TikTokers, you need to have a backup source. So I would highly suggest you go to the YouTube one, American Dream Trading Channel, click subscribe. That way, if your TikTok feed is interrupted in any way due to the waiting on this court decision, you'll still have access to us. So, and it works the same way does TikTok, right? Everybody knows what YouTube is. So let's take a quick gander here. Is there a flatten button in futures turbo traders like there is in stocks? Yes, there is. M&M, Maria, there is a flatten button. Let me pull up one here. It's actually tied to get here because we are trading on a margin account. There is a in the widget. Now this one may not show because it's paper trading, but in the real widget, because the trading widgets are a little restricted compared to the normal. Let me see. Oh, actually, here it is. It's on the ladder. It has a flatten button, has a reverse button. You can instantly reverse your trade from a long to a short. It has a cancel all button, buy market, sell market, right? Or you can do simple limit orders if that's how you want to do it, or stop orders. Yeah, you can trade all kinds of ways. Since you're trading on a margin account, yes, you do have that option of reversing that. So it is a good thing. I haven't really used it yet. I don't know why. I just don't think about it. That's just a skill that I don't have ingrained into me. I know it's there. I understand what it does. I just haven't used it. I just have to make a conscious effort to put that into my when I make trades to do that. Especially I am trading going up and I'm trading going down. That's what that's for. So if you get these and you get these pullbacks, you just hit that one button. It saves a few steps in entering a new trade. So anyway, I do thank everybody for being here. Make sure you like and share this video and make sure your notify buttons are clicked. Again, I'm going to reiterate one more time for those of you on TikTok. Go over to youtube.com, go to our channel, American Dream Trading, and click subscribe so that you don't lose your feed. Also, you can go over there on YouTube and watch any past broadcasts. Maybe I said something or somebody said something today that piqued your interest, but you need to review it. You'll be able to do that as soon as we're done broadcasting here today. You can fast forward it, back it up, rewind it, whatever, pause it, write down things that you may have heard. It's one of the benefits of the YouTube system is it's more organized. TikTok, I don't even know how you would find an old video broadcast of ours. Facebook would have them. I mean, Twitch would have them. It saves them also. LinkedIn, all of them. But you got to scroll back through feeds, right? And that's if you got 1,000 things that's happened since that feed occurred, it would drive you nuts trying to go backwards to scroll through and find something. So one of the major thing you need to do is go to americandreamtrading.com and grab our free Discord. By doing that, you get instant access to our stock lounges, and so what, right? But what that does get you, you can go in there and ask questions. You can interact with other members. You can say, hey, what about this? What about that? We even have a help desk ticket system in there. You can fill out a help desk ticket. And you'll find it gets answered very, very quickly. And I don't mean in days. I mean within minutes or hours at the most, depending how many are in there at one time. You could ask a question at 3 o'clock in the morning in one of our lounges and somebody will answer it. I will assure you that you can do that. We have over 20 moderators. We have some moderators that work behind the scenes just taking care of things like that. We have other moderators such as myself who are yakking all day, right? Helping train. We have other people helping others people. We have members that help each other. We have a lot of experienced people here that aren't moderators, but it doesn't mean they can't help teach and they can't help somebody work through an issue or help, like Doug mentioned here. You heard Doug. Well, I'll help you with your setting up your paper trading account on there. No reason Doug can't do that. He knows what he's doing, right? We have a lot of experience. We have people that are from 18 to 80 in our group, and I'm not exaggerating. You hit that. So here you see a big pullout at the end of the day, typical on the S&P 500 index. This can go just the opposite way, just as fast, because now it's selling off. People may jump in and buy this on sale, and they could shoot the other way, or this could plummet, right? So that's one of the reasons, if you're not an experienced trader, you should stay out of the last hour of the day, especially the last 15 minutes, because these can go in and out real quick on you. You can scalp these if you're really good at scalping and make a few bucks off each one of these candle movements. See that? Boom, look how fast that dropped, right? But you can see the volatility. See how that candle's moving around, bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down. Every time that moves up, it's taking away money. Every time it goes down, it's making you money. Island Boy for life. Do I think XRP will hit 10 by the end of the month? Well, number one, I don't trade XRP. I don't buy and hold any. It's not that I haven't had crypto. I have a cold wallet and everything. I don't currently holding any crypto, but we are talking about futures here. Now you can trade you can trade Bitcoin and Ethereum in the futures market. Now you're not actually owning it; you're just trading the contract. So, but I don't have an opinion on XRP. I hear our members talking about it. As a matter of fact, we have a crypto membership that you can get where they talk about that stuff all day long. Coach teaches on it. You'll hear him talk about it. He was talking about it today, as a matter of fact. But I don't actively do that. I'm concentrated. Well, I'm concentrated 100% actually at this point in my trading career on futures. It's not that I don't trade stocks and stock options. It's not that I don't trade crypto. I just not actively. I've heard good things about anything that they talk about that's in the news. That's going to draw attention and move the price. So I do not have an opinion on your XRP question. I'm not even qualified. I don't feel to answer that because I don't follow it. So I'm aware of what it is, but I don't. I'm not going to give you an opinion on something that I really don't know what I'm talking about, right? I'll tell tall tales, but I'm not going to act like I'm an expert on something when I'm not. So that would be my answer to you. So thanks everybody for being here today, by the way. Make sure you're liking and sharing. I love the futures. I do this full time. I was up trading from 7 to 10 last night. Actually, past 10 o'clock last night. Went to bed, got back up at 4 this morning. Started actively trading again on the futures market at 5 a.m. Did that till like 7. And then we have, coach comes on, we do some training. We did that for an hour or so, and then the markets opened. I did a little bit of trading in the open market. And then at noon, we start training with our live members. All our members are alive. With our paid members, we train live starting at noon. So they get 20 hours minimum trading. Plus, we have a live chat in our Discord with their futures, and we're in there talking 24 hours a day. Except for Ralph. Ralph keeps saying he's going to show up, and he doesn't. I just like to get dig in there, Ralph, before the feed was over. So we're literally communicating 24 hours a day. We all belong to Team No Sleep sometimes. And that's an easy trap to fall in. You got to find a work, just like you hear work-life balance. It's easy to sit here in front of a computer and trade all day long, clicking a mouse, right? It's fun, it's exciting, it's hard, it's depressing. It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll make you happy, it'll rip your guts out. So yeah, you get a whole gamut of, if you're sitting there by yourself, you'll experience a whole gamut of feelings. Just like today, I had a successful day. I actually was shaking. Had such a good day today that my body was physically shaking. Is that from excitement? I don't know. It's from concentrating real hard for a few hours. That might be part of it. And realization that I can't believe I made this kind of money today, right? I don't know. That's a psychological thing, I guess. I don't know. It was okay after about 20 minutes. And then we've seen lots of our members do the same thing. So, like I told you, until you do it, I'm telling you right now that when you first trade real money, your body will experience a physical reaction to it. Whether good or bad, it will. You will have a reaction. So I thank everybody for being here today. I thank you for all your great questions. Yeah, blame it on coffee. I've always got a cup of coffee in my hand. Matter of fact, I switched away from coffee. I got here in front of me, I got lemon water, and I drank so much coffee today. But anyway, we're here every day from 2 to 4. I'm glad you could be here today. Get that after you get off here, go over to YouTube, grab that American Dream Trading channel, subscribe to that. Doesn't cost anything, right? If you want to, you can look at our free videos while you're there. There's over 2,000 of them. That'll keep you busy for a while. So we will be here tomorrow, and I thank everybody being here. And I'm glad you could join us, and we will see you same time tomorrow. Try to, if you come in contact with anybody for the rest of the day, try to leave a positive memory, because you never know what somebody else is going through, and you may be the only bright spot in their life today. So leave a good impression with others. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.